Hey, welcome to the Hot Slice podcast. This is Denise Greer. I'm executive editor here at Pizza Today. And with me is Josh Cowan, and he is our senior creative director here at Pizza Today.
Hello, Denise. I like that delivery. That was nice.
Wasn't it? Wasn't it? So we've got the holidays coming right up.
Yep.
You
Are
guys
you
are
ready
gonna
for the
have
holiday season?
I've not even done shopping yet for my family. I still have like a list of like seven things to get, but I don't sweat it too much. I am a late shopper, and I'm okay with that because usually the things I want are still available, so it's not a big
Yeah.
deal.
I was out in the mess on Saturday.
No.
It was like I was 15 minutes into it. I'm like, this was a bad idea. I don't know. My social anxiety lately, it's just especially with
Yeah.
crowds like that, is gotten, especially shopping, is it's gotten
Yeah.
really bad. So I don't know what that says about me. I guess I'm just getting older. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't like the crowds anymore.
Yeah. The only crowds I do like is I had my holiday bike ride. So we like to dress up our bicycles and go for a bike ride. So we finished up at a pizzeria. So we all hung out and they totally, let our group, take over a part of a space. And they were
Give them a shout
really
out. What was the pizzeria?
yeah, so we went to Parlor in Jeffersonville,
Okay.
Indiana, and they're known for having this awesome outdoor patio. They've got igloos and they've got a carriage house with like 30 taps of beer.
Yeah, they
So
have a
it's
really good
really
beverage
awesome.
program.
And they're the bartender slash server, she was amazing because she had to deal with like 15 people and deal with all the different orders and different payments. So she did a great job. So shout out to those servers and those bartenders that can keep that many orders straight. Like it is amazing.
My
You
hat's
know,
off to them. It's not an easy task by no means, and
no.
I don't think I could handle it. I would probably be a terrible server. I can barely remember minute to minute. So
I was
anyway,
only a server for a very brief moment. It did not last very long. I
I
went
was I was a
into the
great Subway
kitchen.
sandwich artist, but server not so much.
Yeah, I went
Um,
from front of house to back of house really quick. Let's just put it that way. So, all right.
all right.
So
Well,
holidays, we've already hit on that. So let's get right into our guests.
yeah, our guest today, if you've ever been to Pizza Expo, ever competed, you know this duo. This is Jeremy Galvin and Michael LaMarca of Master Pizza. They run our International Pizza Challenge each year at Pizza
Smooth.
Expo, and it's so smooth. I mean, for a competition of that size, with
Mhm.
all the elements going into with the ovens, the toppings, a place where to hold the food, people coming from all over the world, language barriers, everything. These guys and their team at Master Pizza nail it every year.
They crush it.
I go to sleep easily every night knowing they're in charge of our competition because it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. They're great. They're a great bunch of folks at Master Pizza and the rest of the team that they assimilate for the competitions. And this year is going to be a little different. We're adding a lot of new things this year and a huge increase in the amount of competitors. So they've got their hands full, and it sounds like they're up to the task.
And if you're a first timer, you definitely want to listen to this podcast. They give a lot of good hacks. So
Yeah.
please give it a listen. And all right, let's go do it.
Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide.
Good to see you.
Oh man, I've
Hey.
missed you guys. And I just saw you like in October, but yeah, man, it's good to see
We
you.
need
Feels
this
like it was.
midpoint to see each
It
other.
feels like yeah, right. We're halfway. We're halfway.
Yeah, and we had to bring you on the show right now because there are so many things happening with the International Pizza Challenge at Pizza Expo for 2024. And if y'all didn't know, it's our 40th anniversary. So, of course, International Pizza Challenge hasn't been around for 40 years. but it's certainly been around long enough where these guys know what they're doing with
Other best of
organizing it,
is, that's for
right?
sure.
All right, so give us the scoop on IPC, which, hey y'all, that's what we call it. We call it IPC. Give us an overview of what IPC looks like this year.
So we're pretty stoked. It's going to be an awesome year. It's going to be huge. That's like probably the biggest thing. We increased almost, I think, all of the numbers. We'll be running at least 80 traditional, at least
Wow.
80 non-traditional, at least 80 Neapolitan, 50 pan, and then we have a couple really cool sponsored events as well going on. One from Uni. They have a division, actually 2 divisions with 15 people each. And then there's a division from DEA, which I think is 30. It might be 15 or 30. I'd have to look at that one, but that one just came out. I mean, those were just really announced maybe like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. So we're still wrapping our heads around that to make sure we get it right. And then let's see what else. There's the CMABs doing their division again. With, I think that one's invitation, or they can, people from the certain countries that it covers can sign up to be in that one. But it's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be a big competition. I know that the competition area is going to be bigger than it's ever been.
Oh wow.
From what I'm being told, you know how we usually have like 5 stainless tables? I think it's going to be 10. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think, we used to have IPC 1 and IPC 2.
Yeah.
And now they're combined. We like it that way because then our whole army is together of our people, to take care of the show. But I think what we're going to do is take all the stuff that used to be over in IPC 2 and combine it with IPC 1 so that it's really huge, so that we can accommodate these big numbers.
Wow.
So that's super sweet. Let's see what else is new for this year. We tested having walk-ins instead of 2-door coolers in Atlantic City. We had one big walk-in and everybody loved it. It was super convenient. I don't know if you guys saw that while we were there.
Yeah. And the temperature is going to be more consistent in a walk-in than it would be in a reach-in.
It was really, everybody loved it. And it's what we're all used to. We're all pizza people. We go in and out of walk-ins all day. And there was a lot more space. The temperatures were better. People were less concerned. We only had to lock one door at the end of the night instead of 40, which was convenient for us.
Right.
But I think we're gonna have 3 of those. So we're gonna have a ton of cooler space. It's either gonna be 3 or 4.
Okay.
So that's pretty exciting.
If this gets any bigger, we're gonna have to move it to the Sphere or the T-Mobile Arena soon.
I like the Sphere.
That's great.
I like the idea of the Sphere. We could put Michael's face on the outside of the Sphere.
Right.
Could you imagine the video going all the way over of pizza making process? Like that would be
awesome.
That would be cool. All right, Vegas, let's make it happen.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's
but yeah,
cool.
We're super excited about the divisions. We added a division this year. The cheese competition in, where we say, Michael?
We also open it up to the people like social media influencers, like, because we just had like people in the industry, but the industry is so different now. It's so big. It's such a different, I used to be just the chefs and the pizzaiolos, but now it's industry leaders, it's consultants, it's influencers. It's a different world. So they're all competing and they're all welcome to compete now.
That's pretty unique because, forever with the International Pizza Challenge, you needed to be affiliated with a pizzeria or a mobile unit in order to get into the challenge. That's the way it's always worked, is you've got to be an insider in the actual restaurant industry, and pop-ups and things.
Pop-ups.
So,
we don't accommodate to what's out there.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see those folks coming in the mix and seeing how they compete with people that are doing it day in and day out. Because an influencer is making, one pizza possibly to showcase on social, whereas these pizza makers are, they're banging out 100, to 200 pies, like it's nothing. So it'll be interesting to see how the the competitions roll. I'm excited to see that change.
So we did not add another day to Pizza Expo. So tell me how you're going to fit all this in with all these new
Yes.
competitors within 3 days.
I know. So the big thing is judges.
Yeah.
You know, it always comes down to the judges. That's always our bottleneck. Just because we're trying to filter through so many pizzas, and we try to constantly balance a quantity of judges with quality of judges, and then the combination of the two to make sure that it's as balanced as we can get it. So this year, the plan is we're going to have 3 tables of judges running through the day so that we can keep the pace. We're going to serve a pizza. I think Michael and I calculated it the other day. I think we're going to serve a pizza every 3 minutes or 4 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
So it's going to be wildfire. That's what we call it. We're going to serve them pretty fast, and then to kind of bring back down, that's for like the main couple of days. We'll go real fast, real hard, and then once that's done, we're going to bring the finals back this year. I'm excited about it. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I'm pretty excited about it. And that'll kind of filter things, that'll kind of slow things back down to where on finals day, so, one person from whoever wins each division will advance to the finals, kind of like it used to be before COVID. Pre-COVID, we had that. And then on finals day, they'll compete, they'll make their pizzas again, and all of their pizzas will go to the same judges that day. So it kind of slows it back down and gives, so like all 5 competitors that go to the advanced or is it 5? Yeah, top 5. Top 5 competitors that advance are going to go compete again, and all 5 of their pizzas will go to the same 4 mouths. It'll be 4 judges.
Okay.
So that's pretty exciting. A lot, you guys know, and we all take feedback all the time from all the competitors, and we, Pizza Today and us, we always work together to try to make the competition better every year, not just bigger, but better too. And I think that, I think that it got so big so fast in terms of quantity of throughput, just simple throughput. We made the adjustments to accommodate the throughput, but, with it being so big, it's like, okay, let's filter it down a little bit, slow it back down again, and kind of focus on, I don't want to say quality, because I don't think the quality changed at all, but just the focus on the individual pizzas themselves. So pretty excited about it. But it's going to be a heavy amount of throughput, that's for sure.
I love that. I love it. So tell us about your team, because you bring a huge team out to make this happen. And I know you guys are doing a lot of planning through the year. Kind of tell us a little bit about that, just so people can understand how these competitions kind of come to fruition.
Sure. Most of the team is Master Pizza people. Most of the team are from our company, either owners, managers. I think this year, we're going to have, we haven't finalized the numbers yet, but I think we're going to have somewhere between 18 and 20 people with us. And some of the team, some of our team members are from elsewhere as well. Leah has been on the team. Jason Samoski comes and is on the team almost every year. So sometimes we have people that aren't with us, but it's always people that we know well and that we trust to honor the competition and the competitors and things like that. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty big team. They work really hard. We all do. We started planning. Michael and I joke about it all the time. Bill, the 3 of us, we started planning this year, or at least started talking about this year for 2024. I think Friday, before we left Vegas this year in 2022. It was either Thursday or Friday. Like we were already talking about what we could do. So, it's pretty exciting that the team comes in. It's mostly work, but we have fun too. It's what I miss, Michael.
It's I was the one thing you did mention, the people that we bring in are passionate about making sure that this is the best possible competition, and we take it extremely serious. We put our names on it, your Pizza Today name on it, and the IPC name on it, and the people that we bring in are seasoned competitors that respect this so much that it's about making sure it's done as best as we can and making the best decisions on site and making sure the best experience for the competitor is had, because we look at them as customers, and we want to make sure that they have the best experience and come back, learn. There's only one winner, so technically, but we want everyone to come back and learn and really have a better experience every year and build on it. So our team is very hyper focused on that, and it's making sure that because I think Jeremy and I we talk all the time. We met at Expo, and our lives are centered around Expo. We always kid around. It's the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
It's our year. It's our and it's something we consider ourselves stewards of it. It was here before us. Right now we're kind of holding it and trying to make sure to make it bigger, better, and the best it can be for the future generations. And our whole team is committed to that. And it's a project of passion, but that last night it hurts. It physically hurts. We'll lay down on when we're done, and we were just like room service, and we shut it down.
Yeah, I love it.
So I lost my train of thought. All right, go ahead, Denise.
I was gonna say, because I'm working with you guys on getting the numbers up, getting the winners up and things, and I know that the calculations and the back end kind of thing of scoring and making sure everything is correct, and then also dealing with databases. I look at how you guys have improved the program since, before you came along. Like, I can remember how the process was and how it's continually just gotten better and better every year. What's something that you want to bring to that this year?
This year, a lot of our focus this year is going to be on the office, if you want to call it that, like in the judges' room. We have 2 scorekeepers. This year, we'll have 2 scorekeepers and a scorekeeping assistant, so we'll have 3 people in that room, because there's going to be a lot of scores flowing in. I mean, if you think about it, we'll have, I think, 400 people total times 4 judges. That's a lot of paper. And so everything's going to be color coded to make sure that we keep it sorted well. So we're pretty hyped up about that. But just having focus on keeping it organized in the back, trying to think if there's anything, and we're adding some people. Color coding, we started that
last year.
Was it last year we started color coding? Because it was just, there's so many divisions running at the same time, because that's one of the secrets to getting it done the way that we're doing it, is that we run them all at the same time. We used to have like certain days and times. I see Michael laughing. It's because it's because of the paper?
No, just because they're all running at the same time, and Jeremy will come up. He's like, "We got to get pizzas in." I'm like, "I know." Like, it just at the beginning of it, it's just chaos. But it's
the beginning's always super crazy. But we learned quickly, not last year, but the year before, where we kind of started running things together instead of having set times. And that was really restricting our ability to increase the head count. And that's like the constant demand. I mean, everything's full right now. It filled up, all the divisions filled up maybe 3 weeks. It might have taken 4 to fill the last one. Traditional is usually the last one to fill up, because honestly, it's one of the hardest ones to compete in. It's so restrictive. But it's purposefully that way. So just keeping up with that, we learned quickly that we needed to have some pretty serious organization. Plus, we started adding things like, the feedback forms, trying to get feedback from the judges to the competitors. So that adds, another piece of paper into the mix. But those are good things. I mean, these are things that we want to manage to try to do what you said, Denise, to try to level this thing up every year. So yeah, it's definitely going to be wild, but it's going to be good. We're going to try to we're going to focus this year too on getting the judging sheets out to the competitors as well, so that they can see how the
How
pizzas
they'll
are
be
going to be
judged.
judged. Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
we've had a lot of questions about that. And it's not that anything was ever hidden. We just never really talked about it that much because it
Yeah.
was, not that, I don't know, because we didn't need to, I guess, maybe. We didn't really think about it. We're focusing on just increasing things, but
Yeah.
those are good questions. I think the feedback kind of brought that, the feedback forms kind of brought that up, like, okay, well, now I know what I did wrong, but I want to know more about what I need to focus on going in, which
Yeah.
makes total sense,
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to get that out probably pretty soon.
Yeah.
January, end of January, because we have to finalize everything, and then they'll be able to see on that form what the judges are scoring, how the guidance to the judges will be on the form. So I'm pretty excited about that too. That new additional level of transparency for the
Yeah.
competitors to see.
So I
Yes.
know,
Oh, go ahead, Joe.
so I know, as a first-time competitor, it's got to be nerve-wracking going in there. And first of all, it's credit to you guys for running such a smooth operation. I'm sure that helps out a lot. But for first time, I'm sure there's quite a few first-timers going this year. What's a bit of advice you would give them?
What real quick, I'll jump on real quick, Jeremy, because
go.
there's one bit of information that like I wish every competitor would do is read the emails that Jeremy and I send out. But
Yeah.
like, every time there's an update, he sends something out, or every time there's usually a lot of those questions are answered, and a lot of those things are taken care of in those emails. But that's a huge piece of just being being aware of what you're doing.
Right.
But as a competitor, I always tell first time competitors, be prepared, be ready for anything and everything. Be ready for all your ingredients to make it. Be ready for none of them to make it. Be ready for everything to go well and not have your oven that you want to use. Be ready to go when you're not ready. Be ready to go when you need to go, but you can't go. You have to have a plan for everything, and just adjust. You have to adjust. We always say, what do you do on a Friday night? If your oven's running super hot, you just don't shut it down. You adjust. You have to figure out how to bake it accordingly to what you're dealing with. Just be prepared, and being part of being prepared is following some of the emails that are sent out, and knowing, trying to hit the competitor meeting. How many times we send out emails, Jeremy, and Monday at 3 o'clock you can come in the cooler, and then all day our phones are blowing up on Monday. What time can we get to the cooler?
Get in.
Like,
Yeah. People get competitor or competition blinders on, where they're kind of like so laser focused on what they're trying to do, they forget to pay attention to like the larger picture. And I think I'm glad you mentioned the emails, because that's one of the things that we've been trying to improve our communication with the competitors every year as well. I sometimes I feel annoying the amount of emails that I send out, because as we get close to the competition, I mean, sometimes it's once a day. But again, that's just to try to keep people as as well informed as we possibly can. If there's a name change or a movement or whatever, we try to keep it them updated. So it's definitely important.
So, we always see each year on the boards, we see DQ'd. So what gets folks disqualified the most out of the different categories?
It's usually just a simple rule that's broken. Like traditional, traditional is really the only one that you ever, or I should say the most likely one that you're going to see the DQs on, or like cheese. Like this year there's cheese pizza, the world's best cheese slice. That one's pretty restrictive as well. Again, purposefully, we want it to be hard. This is a competition. This isn't, it's not just for fun. It's a blast, but it's still a competition. The biggest thing is probably where someone accidentally puts, like for traditional or non-traditional, even any division, it's blind judging. So one of the biggest rules is you can't put any brands or names.
Mhm.
That's probably the one. We do our best to catch it before it goes in, like on the card. We read it, and if there's a name or something on there, we scratch. We'll either cover it up with a Sharpie. Sometimes we'll have them rewrite it if that's not sufficient. That's probably the biggest thing that gets people DQ'd, and because people are proud of the ingredients that they're using, and I
Yeah.
respect that. But this competition isn't about the ingredients that you use. It's about the culmination of those ingredients that you used to create a pizza, and how does that taste?
Yeah.
And how is it presented and things like that. So that's the biggest one. Second one would be things that are accidentally identifying. If something is sent in with, on a certain plate, which again, we try to catch that stuff. Anything that can be identifying, we try to keep that out as well, because, it's we want to keep it as clean and unanimous as we possibly can.
Yeah, I got you.
So
When I think about Expo, and I think about how you guys are just going from, morning to night back there, are you able to get in the Expo experience? Are you able to, to take a little time out for yourselves to go and do the things that you need to do for your pizzeria, or are you all
Imagine
business?
you do.
I'm sure I can speak for Michael, and I think I think our Expo experience is different.
Yeah.
I think that just like your guys' Expo experience
Right.
is different
Oh, for sure.
than than an attendee. Sometimes I miss that other side of it, where I'm just enjoying the show and eating a bunch of pizza and
Yeah.
finding new products. But Michael, I mean, I would say we do walk the show maybe for an hour. We usually go in for the year looking for something, and we try to go find it. We have a set goal that we're trying to find something to bring back.
Mhm.
That's what I try to do anyway. Michael, do you ever get to walk the show, or probably 5 in the morning when you go to do the TV?
Yeah, I very rarely get to walk. I used to walk the show more when we were split with IPC 1 and 2, when I would have
Yeah.
to go back and forth. You'd see someone and you'd run in and say hi real quick. But as now that we're really condensing the one area, which is great, which I love. Not much. I don't get to do much, but I do have some uh I guess obligations I try to fulfill when I'm there outside of the time of the expo. But we do have a different experience, and I think it's an experience that I love. I love
Mhm.
our experience. I think I tell everyone I have the front row seat to watch all the best pizza makers in the world go at it. And
Very best.
for me, I'm like, this is I'm I don't think anyone has a better experience than me. Just I get to see all these guys and gals and perform magic, and for me, it's I enjoy that. I really do. I enjoy seeing it. I enjoy helping. I really personally enjoy helping those first time competitors. I really
Yeah.
do. I do because I like to see their journeys. I like to see, I could tell you how many first time competitors have really developed into really great pizza makers and great business people, and have really, you know, credited a lot of it to coming to Expo
Yeah.
for a multitude of reasons. Not just the competition and what we do, but I love seeing those people grow, and I enjoy that. I enjoy, because I used to go to the Pizza Expo all the time with my dad. I'm sure you guys
Mhm.
remember. I used to come every year with my dad, and I learned and I walked those floors and competed and had that excited experience. And
Yeah.
it's I think it's special. I think it's magical. I really do. I use
Mhm.
that word. I do. I think it's something that you know if you're in the pizza industry, you have to go.
Yeah.
You gotta figure out a way to go, and you gotta figure out a way to maximize it whatever way you can, and and take every opportunity that's presented by Expo, and do it. Compete, go to seminars, go to the party and the show,
Yeah.
you know, the World Pizza Games at night, and it's just it's a blast. We used to we used to go to the pizza games every year, but now it's to the point where we're double, triple counting the scores, and we don't
Oh,
get to go
yeah,
see that
it's a
anymore.
goal. Every year is a goal to get
Yeah.
out, to be done so that we can go. I think we didn't get to go last year. The last 2 years, I think we haven't been able to go. But that's the commit, that's what it takes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it takes.
You just do what it takes.
Yeah, I
And we
think
really appreciate it. That's for sure.
yes. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
do such a dynamite job. The thing I think about IPC is it's such a spectator sport, and I think it's a huge missed opportunity if attendees do not get over to that area and actually just watch the competition, because like I absolutely love just watching each maker, compile their pizzas together, and then also, getting to eat the pizzas on the side. So I'll ask you, what's your favorite? What do you look forward to showing up over there on the side to sample?
Hmm. I know Michael's answer. Anything gluten-free.
Gluten-free, right?
Well, yeah.
Um, I really love cheese pizzas. It's
Yeah.
like it's like my go-to.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I've ever been more excited than when we started that cheese competition in
Same.
Same.
I mean,
Yeah.
Same.
right.
I
That was
love traditional
awesome. Me too. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
traditional. I love cheese. Honestly, though, and any competitor you talk to will tell you this. At least if you ask them the right question, they try to feed us all day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even like before and at night, and I can't. I almost never eat because it takes my focus.
Yeah.
It takes away my focus, and
Yeah.
because then I want to eat more pizza.
Right.
Um, so usually I won't eat until 6.
Competitors, you can feed me all day long. All day.
Yeah, I'm taking off.
I
I
was
can go
feeling
back and lay
guilty.
down. They can't.
Yeah, I was still guilty because they're like, "Oh, try this," and I'm like, "I can't. It's not that I don't want to. I just can't."
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, Michael, I don't think you eat much during the day either.
No, it's flattering because a lot of people offer you, they'll bring you stuff, and
Yeah.
especially in my situation where I'm like, I can't because I have celiacs. I'm like, I wish I could, but I can't. But you know, once in a while I do throw around my I don't know what the word is. You know, I'm like, you need to make
Bucket of
me
power.
pizza. Yeah, I'm like, you need to make
Power.
me free pizza.
I need a gluten-free pizza.
I got some of our friends I kid around with. I'll say that to them, and it's great. We appreciate when they do that and offer it. It's very nice, and or so, what else is really nice, and it's just the community of people that are there. They'll bring us water bottles. They'll
Yeah.
bring us. You can see like, I mean, just such great people, such great uh thoughtfulness of all the competitors.
Yeah, when we have any first timers in our company come for the expo, we always push them back there. Like,
Yeah.
go have the slices back there.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Exactly. So, this is our 40th anniversary, so I cannot not ask this question. What was your first Pizza Expo?
Mine,
Yes, both of you. What was your
I think
first
mine was
Pizza Expo?
2022. I think it was 2022. I think.
2002.
Yeah,
2002. I was
2002. I'm
like
sorry,
22.
I'm saying 2002 or 2003
Okay.
was my first one.
All right. Do you have any memories of that first one?
I do. I remember 2 or 3 things. I remember there used to be you used to get your picture with like you're on the cover of Pizza Today.
Yes.
And me and my
Yes.
dad, I got that, which was cool. And
I miss doing that.
yeah, that was fun. That was fun. And then I remember catching a glimpse of Tony the first time at Pizza Expo, running around, everyone's following him, chasing around. I'm like, who's that guy? And learning who he was, and you know, uh, got the a great opportunity to become friends with him and know him, and watching him and going to his things and learning from him, and eventually becoming friends and working side by side with Tony and a lot of things we do. So it was I remember seeing him and running around, and maybe it was 1 or 2 expos.
Heck yeah. I think mine was 06. I
06.
think. Yeah. And my biggest memory, I think, is I got to the hotel, sat down. I never gambled ever. I played 3-card poker. My first hand of 3-card poker, I won $800. So that was like,
And you've lost every bit of that since then, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I gave it all back in the next 10 minutes, but man, was that exciting. But I think it was either '06 or '07. I can't remember if I came a year before we started the competition or if my first year was the first year of the new IPC. I want to say whatever, it doesn't matter. But in the first year, we didn't have the plethora of equipment that we have now.
Right.
We had I think we had just the 2 big red ovens, and we had 1 mixer that broke day 1. So that was super complicated. And then the ovens, we didn't know those ovens. So I put stickers all over those ovens to leave them on overnight. And it's probably like one of my favorite things every year when we get there, we start to fire those ovens up. All of those little pastel stickers are still on there.
I
And
love it.
I know, right? It'd say, do not turn off, like do not touch. Because we didn't know we didn't know how to work them. So I just marked everything. And I love seeing those stickers because they've been there for a long time. Now I can light them in 15 minutes. It's not a big deal. You just have to follow the process. But it used to take us an hour to remember how to do it. But anyway, those are probably my.
One cool thing about Expo, Jeremy, you'll appreciate this with you guys. Especially when I first started competing at Expo, the big red ovens, you reminded me, like there was not many options for ovens, to compete. And now what's even especially like this year, like it's gonna be like if you want to see what ovens are out in the pizza industry, come to the Pizza Challenge and you're gonna see almost every oven that's available.
Yeah.
And for us, it's so awesome. It's such a great, like, hey, go there, go there, go there. We're trying to fill all the ovens up, and
right.
the
ovens are probably the second. Well, a couple of years ago, ovens were the first bottleneck.
The first bottleneck. Yeah.
I remember that.
Ovens.
Because everybody's waiting for the same oven. I remember that, like just the line for the same oven. Yeah.
Right. So now it's like we have, there'll be everything, multiple decks, the wood stone, conveyor, and we'll have a lot of
deck ovens, different.
I think all the brands are going to be there. That's pretty exciting.
That is awesome. Well, let me close it out on this. Oh, sorry, Josh, go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm excited. I had no idea you guys were going to so many tables and how big it was getting this year. So, yeah, it's amazing.
It is going to be fun. So I'll close it out on this because we've kept you for a while. What are you looking forward to the most this year? Like, what's going to be that thing that you're just thinking about already? You can't wait.
For me, it's seeing everybody. I'll never forget that first year where we missed because of COVID, and that Sunday night, the industry night at Tony's, just seeing everyone getting hugs from everyone, like it
that was huge.
I use Expo as it gives me energy for the year. It really does. Seeing everybody, just it feels so good to see everyone, and we're all going through the same struggles, the same successes, the same path. We're all doing it together, and it feels good, like just seeing everyone and being with everyone and just getting that 2 minutes with everybody, and I look forward to that every year, and it's special, and I love seeing everyone. I hate when we leave, but it's good to go home to see your family and everything. But it's that's what I look forward to every single year, is seeing everybody.
For sure, same here. It's for sure the number one thing. My very next number 2 thing is I can't wait to see how smooth it is, how smooth we can make it this year, because there's a lot of really cool adaptations that are coming that really excite me, like from an operational perspective. I'm really excited about that.
But we cannot wait either. I can't wait for the energy back there with having so many competitors and just having new, some new infusion of new categories, new things happening. And so I'm excited for that. I just can't wait.
I feel like once we get past Christmas, it is here before you know it. So
It
yeah.
is. It
we'll
is.
be
That's
seeing
why
you
we
guys soon.
that's why we wanted to get you on before the holidays so that we can kind of get our heads around what International Pizza Challenge is going to look like for 2024. But thanks so much for popping on the show. I'm sure you have a busy holiday season coming up. Master Pizza, you guys are doing it. You're doing a lot of great things. So we'll see you very, very soon.
Can't wait, guys.
See you guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.